Eric Fisher has signed with the Indianapolis Colts. This comes after Eric Fisher and the Kansas City Chiefs part ways, and Anthony Castonzo retires from the Indianapolis Colts after an incredible career protecting the blind side of Andrew Luck. Pro Bowl left tackle Eric Fisher is signing a one-year $9.4 million deal with the Indianapolis Colts. I texted my source.
Oh, okay.
Potentially within the organization.
Ooh.
And I said, congrats on the signing. And will he be back for the season? He just had Achilles surgery. Is that what it was? It was Achilles, I believe. 8 months out from the season starting. And the answer I got from my source, I almost said the name.
Ooh.
But my source has told me, we will see, and we will not rush him. Long season, especially with the added game. Very fascinating to hear that there is potential. Maybe he's not back for the... But, hey, this is a long season. And we always talk about being deep at positions.
Yeah.
And we talk about skill positions. The Chiefs and Buccaneers, the two teams that represented each conference, have an abundance of talent at positions where if an injury occurs, you are potentially fucked going forward in the playoffs. So you should have a lot of depth in that position. Offensive line's another one, especially with Carson Wentz. Not a bad signing here. If Eric Fisher comes back and he's healthy and he gets a chance to play alongside the Charger tackle that was just signed, and I believe they brought an offensive lineman out of the draft. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was later in there. But with the already Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly,
Glowinski?
Yeah, not to be confused with Monica Lewinsky. It is Glowinski out of West Virginia stud. He's there as well. So this is Chris Ballard maybe just trying to check some boxes he's not 100% sure about, or just adding depth and being like, hey, 17 games, there's a chance a lot of things could happen. It's not bad to have a talented offensive line that has some depth.
Yeah, not just 17, because the Colts obviously expect to have a deep run into the playoffs. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, they're ready to go right now. So, I mean, if he misses, the first 6 weeks of the season or whatever and is still there for the last, 13 games that they play or whatever, I mean, that's a good move.
Sign for $9 million too, left tackle.
Pro Bowler.
If he's still, by the way, if he still got it. Now, an Achilles injury is not easy to come back from, I think, especially in those positions where you have to do hand-to-hand combat. But Chris Ballard's like, I talked to him like him. To sign him to a $9.6 million deal, he had said it. And our source said, not going to rush him. We'll see how it goes. So, I mean, I'm excited for this. Good for Carson Wentz. Had a rugby player blocking for him last year. That's a real thing.
Yeah, but even if he is, half of what he is, Quentin Nelson being next to him, it's like...
Has to help.
It doesn't... It matters, of course, but having him as kind of like a fallback guy, you got to feel at least a little confident that it'll work out.
Anthony Castonzo was a great left tackle.
Yeah.
When Quentin Nelson joined the team, he became premier elite left tackle. I mean, that has to help you so much. You're 100% right. Good for Eric Fisher. Good for the Colts. Good for Carson Wentz. Who's he going to throw the ball to?
Yeah, is Eric Fisher going to play tight end?
Who's he going to throw the ball to?
Paris
Campbell. He's back wearing number 1. Shout out to Paris.
Pumped for that.
Hey, let's get that one in the zone a couple times.
Yeah.
I never made it there. You know what I mean? Let's get the one in the zone a couple times there, Paris. Michael Pittman coming off a 21-yard season, 1 touchdown. I mean, there's a chance. Foxy.
What are you giggling about?
Deal,
Foxy.
Sorry.
Pipe down, dude.
Zeke said something funny.
Is that right?
Michael Pittman's a great wide receiver.
He is.
I love watching him play.
I agree.
Julio's still out there?
I was going to say, there's still a chance they go
June
get
1.
Julio.
Oh, yeah, because the June 1 date, that whole thing.
He will have to get a new number, unfortunately, for Julio Jones, but,
yeah,
he'll still work out.
Julio might wear, 2, because 11, 1 plus 1.
Can't take 11.
Can't take 11.
Do not
11
take 11
is locked.
That's Pittman's number.
Yeah. And Wentz is in 2, right? So he might have to go 3.
Just so we, potentially go one step further here. Foxy and I have talked about this on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
Every time I mention Pittman, it goes down. His yardage goes down. And I've said it, at least 7, 8 times now at this point.
You said that one way too casually.
Yeah, and it was just like I've gotten to the point. So I had to, I think the last one was 27 yards or something like that. But I didn't remember if I had one in between that. So that's why I dropped all the way down to 21. But Michael Pittman's a ball player.
The catches go down, too. It's one or the other, depending on what you're,
He's a good ball player. I hope he does well.
Oh, yeah. Huge step this year.
I like him a lot, too. I watch his videos and everything like that. I just think that particular comment, telling Carson Wentz to go fuck himself via TMZ, basically, is not their best way to start a new relationship, but I've seen them throw, and they're best friends.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misreading the entire situation. Maybe that's on me. Maybe it's not. But whenever fucking Michael Pittman gets above 19 yards a season like he had last year, I am pumped about it because that means he's been around for a little bit. That kid's going to be a stud, I think. I think he's going to be good.
Better get his ass open because T.Y. is going to have 8 guys on him because of it.
Well, see, that's the thing. If we get Paris going, right, we start running him, maybe defense will have to not just, sit on top of T.Y. like what has been happening, for probably the last couple of years.
Maybe hit Jack Doyle down the seam a couple times, too. And Zach Ertz, maybe they bring him in.
No, we need to flank out Jack Doyle and let him run goes.
Yes. Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Let Jack Doyle run a go out there.
Let that guy get loose.
All right,